If you're not interested in your money, someone else is. Since our last video, a little over a week ago, when we mentioned Palantir as one of our top 10 stocks to buy now, the stock price has risen around 20%. That's pretty good in anyone's opinion for 7 to 10 days. Listen, from all we can research and understand, Palantir is a one-of-a-kind company, meaning no one else can duplicate or replicate what they do. Many analysts are also calling them one of the most important companies in the world. Shouldn't you be invested in that kind of opportunity? Let's see what's in the news since our last video. This is the MoonShot Money channel. I'm Chase Vickers. Are you ready? Let's go. If you're new to our channel, welcome. If you're not new, it's awesome to see you again. We just recently started a Twitter feed because we wanted to touch base with all of you between videos to let you in on what's happening. Go follow us at MoonShot Money 1 so you don't miss anything. Okay, let's see. Where do we even start? Let's start with Palantir's first ever quarterly report as a public company. Here are some takeaways that really caught our attention. Palantir's total revenue was up 52% year over year. That beats estimates by $10.1 million. Revenue quickly moving in the right direction. Check, check. They secured 3 major contracts in the third quarter alone. A contract with the United States Army, a contract with the National Institutes of Health, and a $300 million contract with an unnamed aerospace company. Contracts accumulating? Check, check. Palantir Gotham already serves most of America's government agencies, including the Department of Defense, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, Central Intelligence Agencies, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement. All of these contracts will provide about 50% of their revenue, and we look at that as a positive because that equals a dependable, constant stream of income. They are locked into the United States government. That tells us Palantir is a very trusted company. Check, check. That leaves Palantir Foundry ready and able to pursue enterprise customers, not only in the United States, but all over the world. Go make some money, guys. During the third quarter, Foundry pulled a major consumer goods company from an unnamed rival, and that's probably just the beginning of things to come. When you have an unrivaled product, it's easy to go sell it. As investors, we will be watching Foundry's growth over the next few quarters to see if it outpaces Gotham, which would signal tremendous growth ahead in the enterprises space. That would be a tremendous signal. Palantir ended the quarter with 132 customers, up from 125 in the second quarter. Now I know that doesn't sound like a lot of customers, but they're big ones. Each of these customers provides millions and millions of dollars in revenue. Listen to these numbers in the first 9 months of 2020. Palantir's revenue per customer grew 38% year over year. That means customers are becoming more engaged and more dependent. The top 20 customers grew 36% as well. Now, if you had a small business and your customer revenue grew that much in a year, you would be ecstatic. Check, check. Follow this closely now. Palantir suffered a net loss of $853 million, up from $139.9 million. That sounds terrible until you look a little deeper. Most of that $853 million loss came from the $847 million in stock-based compensation expenses related to their direct listing in the quarter. So, if you consider what the financials looked like without those third quarter expenses, the gross margins actually grew year over year. Palantir has cash and cash equivalents of $1.8 billion, which gives the company a substantial cushion financially. You shouldn't ignore Palantir's hefty revenue growth, widening margins, and what we feel is a decent valuation compared to the other recent high-growth tech IPOs, even though the valuation is approximately 30 times expected yearly sales. It was announced within the last few days that billionaire George Soros owned 18.5 million shares, but shortly after the news, it was reported that he plans to sell it all. That actually doesn't bother us in the least. Soros is known for his extreme liberal leaning, while Palantir was founded by Peter Thiel, who is known for his more conservative political leanings. So I guess oil and water just don't mix. We're not worried at all, though, about George Soros selling his 18.5 million shares. 5 other companies just filed 13G reports showing over 100 million each invested in Palantir. Some are over 200 million, like Point72 Asset Management. We simply follow the money. ARK Invest and Cathie Wood continue to hold and add to their holdings in Palantir. We mentioned this in our other Palantir video, but I can't help from mentioning it again here. There is no bigger story in 2020 than the virus that the entire world is dealing with. The vaccines from Pfizer and Moderna seem to be almost ready to distribute to the whole country, and there is a tremendous need for tracking all aspects of distributions and vaccinations. Palantir is helping the federal government set up a system that will track the manufacture, distribution, and administration of vaccines. To us, that screams that the government trusts Palantir with the most important challenge we as a country are facing. For those of you who are information junkies and want to know as much as you possibly can about Palantir, we suggest you go look up their recent Palantir Investor Day webcast from September 9th, 2020 and watch it. It's very long, it's around 2 hours, but it's all you want to know in this video, and it's very well produced. Watch all you can about this company. Read all you can. Listen all you can. We have accumulated hundreds and hundreds of shares, and we have a lot of hope going forward. We are already up over 70%, which gives us a quiet confidence. Investing in Palantir now is like investing in a company like Microsoft in the early days. Can you just imagine? This may be our chance one day to tell people, hey, I bought Palantir under $20 per share. I sure hope so. If you want to see more videos like this one, subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. What do you think about Palantir? Let us know in the comments below, because we try our very best to respond to everyone. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at MoonShot Money 1 for daily thoughts from our team. We are not financial or tax advisors, so please make sure and do your own due diligence and research before you invest any of your hard-earned money into these markets. And always remember, if you're not interested in your money, someone else is. We'll see you next time.